Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. And welcome, gods of English, Blue Team, back to the studio, back to Budapest's 3rd district, back here with me and the crew, back for another week of English revision. So, did you have a good weekend? Did you have fun with the dog or cat, or with your kids, or with your grandkids? Perhaps you just had fun on your own. Well, it really doesn't matter how you had fun. The main thing is to have fun. Okay, so after a weekend of fun, I presume that you're all refreshed, ready for some more English. Am I right? Sorry, I didn't hear that. I said, am I right? Ah, yes, that's better. I heard you that time. Okay, well then, on with the show. There's plenty of revision to cover, so let's get stuck in. Okay, well, this is, can you remember? Do you know what week it is? That's right, this is week 15. Week 15! That's incredible, isn't it? We've got 14 weeks of English under our belts. And now, in week 15, it's time to look at the last 4 weeks again and run over what we learned in weeks 11, 12, 13 and 14. So, are you ready for a little bit of revision? You are? Great! Well, Old King Cole was a merry old soul. Ah, soul music. Okay, let's get started. Right, let's get revising. Let's think back to what we learned in week 11. In week 11, we looked at can. Do you remember? I can speak English. I can ride a bike. Usain Bolt can run very fast. My friend Tonino can speak Italian and English. So, looking at those examples, what do you think can means? Correct. We use can to say what is possible for me or what I know. I can speak English. This means that I know how to speak English. I can ride a bike. This means that I know how to ride a bike. It is possible for me to ride a bike. Usain Bolt can run very fast. He knows how to run very fast. It is possible for him to run very fast. My friend Tonino knows 2 languages. It is possible for him to speak Italian and English. Good. Now, what about the structure that we use with can? Well, it's very simple. We use can with the infinitive. Subject plus can plus infinitive. For example, Polgar Judith can play chess. So, first we start with the subject, Polgar Judith, she. Then we add can and then add the infinitive, play chess. I can play squash, for example. First, we have the subject, I, then we add can, and then we add the infinitive, play squash. From the top of Gellért Hill, you can see Budapest. See? Using can to say what is possible for someone to do, see, play is easy. I can do something means that I know how to do it, or it is possible for me to do it. Mabel, I think it's time for one of your breathtaking tables. Okay, nice and easy. Look at how easy it is. It's really simple. Normally, we have to worry about spelling here or spelling there, or what happens if the noun ends in this or that letter, or what happens if the verb ends like this or like that. But here, nothing. Not a sausage. We don't have to worry about the first person singular or the third person singular. We just use can and then add the infinitive. Super duper! Okay, well, given that this is really simple, let's move on to the negative. Okay, what about the negative? What do you think? Well, what's the word we always seem to see with the negative? Correct, amundo doodle doo! The word that we always see with the negative is not. And, wait for it, wait, oh, okay, no more waiting. The negative version of can is cannot. Ding dong merrily on high. Eh? What about that then? Simple pimple. Great. So, the positive is can, and the negative is cannot. Good. Now, cannot is the full version, and you know that we normally prefer the short version. So, what's the short version? Well, the short version is can't. Simple. Okay, let's put that into the table, Mabel. Okay, well, how do we ask a question using can? Well, it's very simple. To ask a question using can, all we have to do is turn the sentence around and add a question mark. He can play the piano changes into can he play the piano? So, all we do is move can to the front, then add the subject and then the infinitive, followed by a question mark. Simple. I think we can see that in a table. Mabel! Magic, ace, mega, wabinga jobby. Great. So we know how to use can and can't. We know that we use can and can't to talk about things we know how to do or things that are possible for us to do. I can swim, but they can't swim. When I go into the water at Lake Balaton, it's not a problem. When they go into the water at Lake Balaton, it's a very big problem. So, can means something I know how to do, and can't, cannot, means that I don't know how to do something. To make a question using can, we change the word order. When we ask a question using can, we start with can, then we add the subject, you, he, she, Dave, and then the infinitive, followed by a question mark. Now, also in week 11, we learned that we can ask questions using can, which have the same meaning as, is it okay? If I ask the question, can I have some of your chocolate? I'm not asking if it's possible. I'm not asking if you think I've got the ability to eat some of your chocolate. No, I'm telling you that I'd like some of your chocolate and I'm asking if that's okay. Sometimes, when we ask a question with can, we're asking if something is possible. When I phone Dave Squid's police station and ask the person on the other end of the phone, "Can I speak to Dave Squid, please?" I'm asking if it's possible. Is Dave there? Is he free to come to the phone? We also use questions with can when we'd like someone to help us. Can you open the door, please? Perhaps I'm standing by the door with my arms full of shopping and I can't reach the door handle. I'm asking you to help me. I'd like to go through the door, but I can't open the door because my arms are full. I need someone's help. Your help to open the door so that I can go through the door. So, we use can to talk about ability. I can ride a scooter. We use can to talk about what's possible and impossible. Stevie Wonder can't see. And we use can to talk about permission. You can't drink that. You're not 18. Now, also in week 11, we looked at some English tenses again. We took two tenses we know, the present simple tense and the present continuous tense, and we compared them. We looked at the difference between the present simple and present continuous with other examples last lesson. Do you remember? When I phone Alfredo and ask if I can speak to him, I receive the answer, "No, I'm sorry. You can't speak to Alfredo at the moment. He's having a shower." Why can't I speak to Alfredo? Because Alfredo is having a shower. When is Alfredo having a shower? Now. Alfredo is having a shower at the same time when I want to speak to him. The two things are happening at the same time. Does Alfredo have a shower every day? Yes, probably, but that's a different question. Alfredo has a shower every day, but I'm phoning him now. I want to speak to him now, and I can't speak to him now because he's having a shower now. Now, let's look at something else connected to the present continuous tense. We don't use some verbs in the present continuous tense. Here's a list of verbs that we don't use in the present continuous tense. Like, love, want, need, know, understand, remember, forget, prefer, hate, mean, believe. So now we can see the difference between the present simple and the present continuous. In all the photos, we can see that people are doing things now, at this moment. We use the present continuous because we can see what they're doing now, and we can make sentences about what they're doing now with the present continuous. We use the present continuous to talk about things happening now. Great, well done. Another day passes and another batch of English is secured more firmly inside our brains. Excellent work, all of you. And now, that's right, our lesson is finished, so I'm off home. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out everything at www.m5tv.hu. I'm Gav Duncan. This is M5, and I'll see you all later. Have fun. Bye.